Just trying to set this up. There we go. Can I be heard? Am I being heard? Is this live? I've made some stream adjustments, so hopefully this should be a bit smoother than last time. There shouldn't be much of a delay. Hello, everybody. Yes, welcome back to Biohazard. We are back after a little quiet, you say. That's odd. Anyways, we are back after a little hiatus. I've been a little bit busy, but I am back, and we're gonna get back on that Biohazard grind, since the goal is to get this out to y'all as soon as possible. We're gonna be spending most of the day modeling today, since that's just what I need to be doing right now, is a lot of different prop modeling for the map, as well as for the player to use. So I'm gonna be taking question and answers while we make some models. We're assuming we get ahead of schedule. I have a list of models, but assuming we get ahead of schedule, we can go into building the map with the models that we make. But for now, we're just going to be working with the models currently. I've been doing some stuff behind the scenes, but for now, we're just going to go through my list of models while I take questions and answers from everybody else. How is everybody doing today? Great. One person said good. Close enough. Close enough. Alright, first up on the list, I have a little list of different models. It includes stuff like cabinet drawers, some office utility, electrical utility, but also some fun stuff we can do like security cameras, water coolers, directional signs, and a blowtorch gun, as all stuff that the player will interact with. So we're going to be going through the list of models today, roughly maybe I don't know, say like 2 hours worth of work, and you get to basically see my workflow and see how I go about modeling, since I do recall I've been getting like some questions about how I model and texture certain things. So first up on the list, we're just going to start it off nice and easy. Nice simple directional sign. This is just going to be used like, say, for if I want to label things, if I want to put them up on a wall just to give the player some sense of direction. So we're just going to go about, like, it's going to be kind of rectangular, I think, and long, roughly yay long. We'll indent it as well. So actually, here's what we're going to do. Let me think. We're going to put this over here, say at 2 meters, and put that a little closer, 2.05, again closer, 1.95. Now to Night Warrior. Can you add me to the game as an NPC that helps the player but dies by the Seeker in one scene, but you will have to change my avatar to match the theme though? I'm not currently taking NPC requests. There is, I have a Discord server linked in the profile of this video for this live stream, so if you're interested in what I do, then you can basically check that out. And and like contributors there, like people who make fan art and stuff, they are kind of on the list of like in-game references for release. So if you're interested in kind of like adding to the community, then the community is open. Yeah, we're gonna have like an indent here, so this will be like a directional sign on the right will tell you like if it's going left or up ahead or etc, and then on the left we're gonna have like the text. So that is the basic plan there. I'm gonna undo everything so I can add some bevels. Is this a liminal space game? Or is this a liminal space? Yeah, I'm already doing a liminal space game like doors. In some sense it's liminal, in some sense it's not. Like, I'm not intending to go full-on liminal, because in the end this is a sort of like office setting. This is supposed to be like a normal office setting where people do in fact work at, and something unfortunate has happened. But beyond that, I'm not really gonna make it like super liminal. That is not the intent. Alright, we're gonna bevel these corners here with Control B. That way we can get some nice edges. We can see how that looks. Yeah, something like that. Let's see then. What was your biggest inspiration that made you start developing this game? Honestly, it was a bit of pressure. I mean, I kind of had an idea for this in my mind. It was also a big inspiration of like finishing a game project. Prior to making Biohazard, I started work on another development, on another game project called Memory. This was the Cyrus project, prior known, and it didn't get far in development, but it was a good proof of concept, and it gave me some ideas as to how I wanted to go about making stuff. Alright, we're going to texture this now. It's a really simple mesh, but we're going to texture this now, just so that I can use it in game. Let's see, 0.05, Smart UV Unwrap. That's a real simple UV unwrap. Let's make a new texture. We're going to call it directional sign base. And change some settings. This is really just a workflow day. I'm not intending on doing anything serious with y'all, just to show you I'm still working on the game, still working on different stuff. And hopefully gives you guys an idea of what my workflow is for those of you who are curious how I go about making certain models. You'll get, yeah, the entire workflow. What was one of the inspirations from the Backrooms? Not really, no. The Backrooms is more of like survival exploration, while what I planned for Biohazard is actually, yeah, I forgot to mention, one of the biggest references for Biohazard was Alien Isolation. I'm a big fan of Alien Isolation. I've never played the game. I'm not actually good with horror games, ironically, but I have seen full playthroughs, and I've really enjoyed them. It's just something I really like. Okay, so directional signs. I'm thinking we can do like a blue hue, and like it'll be color like a desaturated blue, bright, and we'll make it shiny, reflective, like a surface. And then in-game, like in studio, I can add text over this area for whatever we need to write. Hey, do the game will have a chase with a monster? Yeah, I mean, there's different scenarios I've been planning. Is there going to be ladders? There is going to be verticality. I don't know if I'm planning ladders just yet. I mean, the answer is probably yes. But it's going to be a vertical game. You're not going to be just walking on the same floor the entire time. Alright, let's see. This is looking good enough. So I'm going to find a good texture I like in my textures folder, which I don't think you guys can see. But that's alright, because you guys don't need to see that. Alright, here we go. Let's set the texture. Yep, and now we'll match the color. So on the UV map, alright. Yeah, my basic process is basically I'll find a texture, I'll color it, and then I'll apply another like grit texture on top of it. And this is just like a basic idea, but if I really want to start accenting stuff, then I'm going to get rid of that texture for now, make this a bit darker, turn the stroke to line. That way I can kind of basically like shade in outlines for the mesh. Like so. Alright, that's a bit faint, so we're going to make this darker. And make it a bit smaller. Alright, it won't be as noticeable, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna make this a bit darker. I actually kind of do want it noticeable. Alright, is there gonna be an evil AI character? A bit like the Painter AI from Pressure, who operates a bunch of stuff and berates you. No, actually. I just think it's an overdone concept. It would fit in, but it's just an overdone concept, and I don't want to overdo stuff. Like, you guys already seen all this stuff from Pressure and other games. Like, and this is the same thing in, Alien Isolation, is that the AI is pitted against you, so I kind of want to avoid copying the same ideas. Kind of give you something new to experience, something that you weren't expecting. Let's see, what else is there? Something crazy that I have to tell you. I haven't played Pressure. That's interesting. I mean, Pressure's pretty popular. I've played Pressure a few times. I'm like a big watch somebody play a game, not a play it myself sort of guy. But, which is ironic because I'm in game development, but, it's just interesting to think that I'm not like a horror game sort of guy. I don't do well with horror games. At one point I played the mobile game Alien Blackout, which is pretty much like an Alien and a FNAF inspired Alien game, Five Nights at Freddy's Alien game, where you have to manage people, NPCs through a camera network while avoiding the alien AI. And I just couldn't handle it. Like, I'm unable to operate under stress and making mistakes. I hate making mistakes. So I just completely shut down. It would be funny if you added some that's completely out of context in the game. Added what? That's completely out of context. I feel like this game is the future Doors. I hope so. I really want to push what's like the standard on the engine. And starting with that is like procedural generate the map, having smart AI like Alien Isolation, having very detailed, not like over detailed where I'm just like ripping off AAA game assets, but like having this unique art style. For example, all of my models are hand painted. That's part of the design philosophy, is that like you can see the effort. It's not just like I use Substance Painter and just paint it on grit. So it's just like trying to raise that standard, but also trying to provide you with some unique content. Like I could very easily make a Doors game version of this. Like I could just completely give up on a unique concept and just make a Doors variation of this, and it wouldn't take me more than like a few weeks just to make some. Yeah, it would take me like 2 weeks just to make some PNG entities, make some boss fights, simple AI. I already have a procedural generator. I just need to make templates. It wouldn't be hard at all, but that wouldn't be unique. Can you maybe make my own horror game after Biohazard? That is another thing I've been getting a bunch of, is I've been getting a bunch of requests for making other people's projects. I just find that funny. Honestly, you should try and go for it yourself. You don't need me to make your stuff for you. I'm a big believer in the do-it-yourself kind of philosophy. I learn almost everything I know off of YouTube. So it's very much possible to reach my quality just on your own. Alright, now that we have a base texture here, we're just going to accent it, like making the bottom parts darker. And then we'll just export it, and I'll save it. We'll add it in Studio later. This is a good base for directional sign. Like, I can easily add text and an arrow here, and it'll work out pretty well. Alright. For now, do you guys see this? No, you don't. Okay, you don't see any of my files. That's okay. You guys don't need to see my files. Hey Ark, will there be another game project that you will make? Well, okay. Let's go in order of the schedule. We're going to talk about the schedule of the game, since I know this is something that some of you like to ask me as well, is when is Biohazard coming out? Is there an early access? If so, can I join it? The answer is, The plan for early access is to release it by sometime December. That is the plan. I don't see it coming out late November. I know I've said late November, but I think it's going to be a December release. But for those wondering, how do I join early access? All you have to do is join my Discord. That is it. I'm going to publicly release early access applications for anybody to join, just if you're in my Discord. So if you're interested in early access December-ish, then join the Discord. For those wondering about a full release, this would be basically my idea of a complete game. It would be like you would be able to get to the very end of it. It would be comparable to the completion of Doors. It wouldn't per se be like the full game. Perhaps I want to add more endings or add new content, new areas. That might be updates, but the full game is planned for January, February. Sometime between January, February, worst case scenario, late March. But I doubt it's going to be March. I don't want to spend that much time on this project. It's going to be... Full access is going to be, obviously, for everyone. It's going to be complete for anybody to play, but early access, that's December. I'll set up focus groups for that, so if you're interested in that, join the Discord, and you'll get info probably this month, like end of October, start of November. There's probably going to be stuff on that. Okay, that was a good warm-up mesh. Let's get serious, actually make some models. So I'm going to hide that all the way over there. I'm going to make a check mark on my list, and let's get some security cameras, because I would love me some corporate spyware. Where was my reference? You guys can't see it, but that's okay. We're going to do like the old-fashioned stuff with the cameras. Alright. Will there be sprint mechanic? Because my best guess is that this game is a combination of Lethal Company and Doors. That's a good guess. You'd be closer to Alien Isolation. I believe in the power of the stealth mechanics. But yes, there is a sprint mechanic. It's not programmed to make any... Hey, Ark, would you be able to put chat on your screen? It is on my screen. I just have to switch between windows because I don't have two monitors. I only have the one. Hey Ark, what's your opinion on secret laboratories? Secret laboratory, SCP secret laboratory. English is hard. Way to make early access. Here's how it works. $20 1 month before. I'm not making you pay money for early access. I don't need that money. How did I advertise my project? Through my devlog. It was actually kind of surprising to watch so many people watch the devlog. For example, are you going to do Halloween event where it's Halloween and stuff? I am going to try and make seasonal updates once the game is out, though. I want to get this game out so that you guys can play it. If I want to make a game like this, how would you say I should start off? Now, I'm an experienced developer, so it might not be best to, like, really jump into it that much right now. Like, it's taking me months just to make this, and this is a pretty ambitious project. Given it is an ambitious project, it's still, I wouldn't recommend it for everyone. However, if you had to start, like, if you were dead set and I couldn't convince you otherwise, I would say you need to start with, build tutorials, or not really build tutorials. You need to start practicing your building so you know how to build. And then you need to start practicing your modeling. Modeling is like such a big help with making maps and props and stuff. And I highly suggest you also learn how to script. Scripting you can learn from tutorials, and that's just practice. All of it is really just practice. You don't need to worry about having some like mentor or anything, I'd say. I think it's really just figuring it out through practice. Let's see. What is a devlog? A devlog, I mean, in my definition, is just like a collection, like a non-live format of the devlog would be like if I collected all my progress in the past few months and then shared it for y'all to see. That was like the devlog that I had released. It was like 3 months worth of work that I had shoved into one devlog so you guys could be able to watch that. As opposed to a development stream where I'm just doing this live in front of you. Nothing is complete. I'm not doing a voiceover or anything. Hey Ark, I had a game idea. Don't want to force you to build it, but I want your opinion. If you fall forever and after the bit the atmosphere changes, it's an RNG game. I'm not up for game ideas right now, but that's interesting. You can try and work on it on your own. Would you pick the testers or make the game public for 1 to 5 days? I'm not picking any testers. If you apply, you're in. Yeah, I'm just gonna be managing the testers. I'm gonna manage like what you guys are doing and such, but the actual gameplay and who can play it is open for everyone, as on my Discord. Prior to the next devlog. I forgot to mention, it's prior to the next devlog. If you're in my Discord server prior to the next devlog, which is going to be December probably, yeah, then you can join early access. Anybody who comes after the next devlog is not getting early access. If you're already in the Discord, you're fine. You don't need to worry about it. I'm gonna make a little like screw or something. Why? Here we go. All right. Would there be updates when it comes out? Like version 1.1 or 1.4? Yes, there's going to be updates, and I'm just going to add on to the game over time, because that's what you guys would like. Unless you're telling me you don't want updates, which I doubt that. 0.5, 0.5. How big is this compared to a player? Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to shrink you down. Move you up. Alright. Will the game have a custom inventory system rather than using Roblox's default? Yes, I'm going to make a custom one. It's mostly, I think I'm limiting it to a hotbar sort of thing. It'll be custom UI, but I'm not going to make like a full-on inventory system. I don't want you to have to manage like 20,000 items. 0.1. Alright, here we go. 0.05. Move that out. 0.1. Shrink that. 0.8. Screw. Ta-da! It's only the base of the camera. We're gonna be here a while. I am a little bit under the weather, but I'll live. Is there any confirmed entities coming to Biohazard? Well, obviously the Seeker, but beyond that, it's my surprise. It's a surprise tool that'll help us later. Don't worry about it. I would never do anything bad to your health. Hey Art, do you plan like years later to add built-in map room generation so then people can add their own challenges as an example? I don't think so. I think it's just at that point it's going to become overly complicated to make. But it's an interesting idea. It's just like, I don't know. I don't think I can make it reliably. Here we go. Whoopsie. Can move this out. Make a 1. Extrude, extrude. Get rid of that face because we love our optimization. Move this down. Make it a 0.75. Look at my reference again, the one you guys don't see. Still dying inside. Let's see. Alright, will Dave be an important character in the story? That's my surprise. I'm not going to tell you what's happening with Dave. Or will I? I don't know. Whoopsie, extruded that the wrong way. Alright, we're going to bevel this, so let's try 0.05. Yeah, and we'll double bevel it. I'll live. I'm an optimization nerd, but we'll live. Let's see. Something like that. 0.4. Yeah. Here we go. 0.05. Alright, back to the chat. Remember my idea to lock doors? I have an idea to solve the issue by making the doors one way for players, locking out any monsters, but this may need tweaking. I have my own ideas on door locking, but I guess you'll just have to wait until the next devlog to find out. Let's see. Will the game have bread loaf in it? Who knows? Hey Ark, very serious question. Camel case or Pascal? I gotta say the Pascal case. It's the Pascal case formatting. If you don't do Pascal case, I'm not talking to you anymore. Let's say I can't get Discord, but I want to beta test. What could I do? Cry? Well, if you have a friend who's on the Discord, then you can... Well, actually, I wouldn't know. If you have a friend who's on Discord, then maybe you can cooperate in organizing that, since they would be the only ones to receive times for the playtest sessions and joining the group for that. But, it's just I need to have you on Discord so that I can communicate, get feedback, get direct questions and answers regarding it. Anyways, when new edited devlog video? That's going to be probably in December, I'd say. That's my plan for the moment, is sometime in December. Alright, back to figuring out how I'm going to do this. We're going to yoink this. Turn it 90 degrees. Move it a bit. That away, and then move it up a bit, that away, and then actually rotate it a second time, that away, and then more upwards because I forgot how tall it needed to be. I'm still dying inside. Let's see, we're gonna put that down here and there. Make faces for those, and that'll be kind of like our hinge for the camera. Let's extrude this out a bit, or size it outwards. 1.75. Is there gonna be other people helping on the project, like other devs, contributors? I might do contributors more in the future, but as of the moment, it's planned to be almost entirely me for this project. The idea is that I'm the one doing this project because I want to get the experience of making like a real game off of it. I think you think you found the reference I'm using? Well, there's hundreds, if not thousands, of references, so that'd be interesting. In my opinion, let's read. How long do you spend a day on the game, or maybe at least a week? And how far in terms of percentage do you complete it? TLDR, how fast do you work? Well, I'm talking to you guys, so I'm like slowed down in doing this, but I roughly like to take maybe like, the maximum is like an hour modeling something. And then obviously it's taking longer while I'm talking to you, but that's okay, I don't mind. Anyways, I spend roughly, let's say, an hour every morning working on the game. Like, I'll just get up at 6 in the morning and just work on the game for a little bit. Sometimes I decide I want to sleep in, so sometimes that's not true, but most of the time it is. And it's because I want to make sure that this game gets done so that you guys have a chance to play it in the future. The game slowed down this past month, but that's because I have a part-time job working in other Roblox games, and I have to fulfill a deadline. So for this next month or so, like the next 3 weeks, we'll say, I am just going to be kind of busy. So I've managed to fit in this dev stream, but Biohazard is not going to pick up really quickly until a bit later. Okay, now to work on the actual camera. Let's see. move you into the center, size you up, let's say 6.5, and then Y, 3. There we go, now we're working with a base. 0.025. I think this is still a little generous, so we're going to move you down a bit. 5. And then negative 0. Definitely too far. Alright, will there be funny references? Perhaps. Perhaps. Who knows? Tips for new devs. Practice, practice, practice. Oh my gosh. I only have gotten as far as I have with practice. If you do not, like, practice, you're not going to improve. And that is the best way I've improved is through practice. Is the game going to have some story that, like, represents the modern state of Roblox horror? Because in your first devlog, you mentioned how Roblox horror is filling with slop games like Piggy, for example. Alright, I have to apologize. Technically, when I referenced Piggy, that was in reference to when it originally released. I don't know. I haven't played the game since, like, its original release and the big hype. I don't know what the game's like anymore. Maybe it's better, but from what I've heard, not so. However, in returns to, like, having story elements that represent the modern state of Roblox horror, no. I'm just trying to put out a good game. I want to put out a good game. And I think by doing that, I'm just going to make a game that's, like, better than other Roblox games just by default. Just by trying to have in the effort and the time put in, it's just going to be better by default. So that's the goal, is just wing it, I guess. I'm not too worried about it. Even if nobody plays this game, I'm just going to work on the next one. But I'm hoping. I'm being told I'm missing some important messages. That's odd. Ah, somebody verified. Legend Leo. Hi, hello. Hello. Anyways, building is very fun. Most of the time, yeah, I enjoy it. What's your favorite thing to do in studio? Mine is building. My favorite thing to do in studio, beyond a doubt, is fly around the builds I made. I get so distracted flying around the builds I made, flying around what I've done. I never get any work done that way, but it keeps happening to me. So honestly, old habits die hard. That is what I have to say about that. Alright, I'm not really getting anywhere with this, so we're gonna speed this up. Otherwise, we're gonna be here a while. 3.5. And we're gonna move the whole thing closer. Not that close. 0.175. Is there going to be a trailer for Biohazard? Probably after early access testing, I'm going to start putting out trailers and stuff for the game. Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. 0.25. Thick camera. That's what I have to say. Thick camera. Now let's make it look not so thick, and let's make it look a little bit prettier. Because I think every camera wishes not that. Oh my gosh, I already messed it up. Okay, this is looking pretty weak. We're gonna extend you out a little bit, so you don't look like you can't support the weight of that. Oh my god. Okay, there's a bunch of people who have now joined the Discord. The bot is down though, so I'll have to roll you manually later. You're just gonna have to wait a little bit. Anyways, back to the modeling. Do you plan to have a stream? Do you plan to have stream mods after getting an average of like 125 watching? So far, so good. I'm not... Oh my gosh, this entire time I've had the top chat enabled. No wonder it looks like none of you are speaking. Will you make a def message in Biohazard like indoors? I don't... Ah, oh yes, I do know what I'm doing for that. I was gonna say I don't know what I'm doing for that, but I completely 100% know what I'm doing for that. Oh, yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional. I could do that. Let's see. I'm gonna extrude you out a bit. I always say extrude. It's not extrude, but it's force a habit. Why does it default to top chat? I wish it didn't. What's the hardest thing you need to do? For me, it's scripting. For me, it's VFX and GFX. I don't know how to make particles. And I guess music's also hard, but I'll figure it out in the music department. I at least have some music background, so I know what I'm doing there a little bit. But, like, in GFX, I have no clue. And before anybody asks, no, I'm not hiring anybody. I'll figure it out eventually. If not, I'll commission somebody, but I doubt it. We don't need that. Let me think. What do we need to do here? Whatever. We're gonna bevel this. We're gonna bevel it inwards a bit, say 0.075. I completely messed that up. I don't need to bevel that. 0.075. To indent like that. Oh, it's beautiful. And now I can do the camera part. 0.04. And in you go. Yeah, and then later I'll add like a black neon part or something, and we won't have to worry about that. There'll be a little, I'm starting to think it's a little too long. Alright, time to do the top frame part. How am I going to do this? I ask myself that half the time. Sometimes it works out. Alright, time for some chat replies. Add a blinking red dot to let people know if it's being recorded. Yeah, that's an average feature I was planning. So yeah, that can be added. If there's a room that people can watch it on, like the intercom from SCP Secret Laboratory, that might be cool. Is this game going to be set in a specific country or state? I can't answer that. The Dave... I missed the last devlog. I'm glad I caught this one. Glad that you caught this one as well. For beginner, what is the best development subject? Building, scripting, modeling to start practicing for? I'd say building is the best to start out with because it's just the most user-friendly to get into, but I would then suggest, like, don't hesitate in learning modeling and scripting. It's really just practice, so don't hesitate. Let's see. We're gonna extrude this out. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'll figure this out. So if I'm looking at my reference, it tells me to do this. Because it's weird. And I'm not gonna complain. I'll figure it out. That is not figuring it out. And then we want to do something like that. Okay, buddy. Calm down. And it's falling to pieces. All of this work. We tried so hard. And it's coming apart by the seams. What am I doing here? Let's see. Before Biohazard, what projects have I worked on before? Well, I work at MetaMethod, the funny game studio that made the game SCP Roleplay. but now I'm starting to do a lot more freelance projects on my own, such as Biohazard. However, one game project that I never released publicly was called Memory, or otherwise codenamed the Cyrus Project, and that was a unique game concept I had, but it was very Portal inspired. I just never got around to finishing it. Alright, I'm going to do this. I'm going to figure this out. This isn't that hard. How am I going to figure out the shape of this? 1.2. I'm just going to extrude that up. We'll figure it out later. 0.15. 0.015. Or that. Here we go. Let me think. Okay, well, we want to have this come out. That is the general idea. Wow, this looks flimsy. That is the opposite. Alright, and we're going to bring this in a bit. There we go. Yes. We're deviating from the reference I had in mind, but that's okay. It honestly looks better that way. Yep, and this will add some... This makes me feel better about how flimsy it looks. Are you working on the soundtrack of the game, or do you hire somebody? I don't hire anybody. I am making the soundtrack myself. It hasn't gotten too much farther than what you've already kind of heard, but don't worry about it. I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional-ish. Most of the time. Most of the time, I'm a professional. Alright, man, we're getting stuck on this model. We need to pick up the pace. Alright, we're gonna... This is what we're gonna do. Simon says we're going to Simon says we're gonna connect these, make a face out of it. That way, I can make some progress. Here we go. I feel like I'm losing direction. Alright, hey Ark, I have advice. If this game is a solo project, put that on your description for the game. I mean, yeah, I could probably mention that I was the only guy who did it, but Devlog so far has been a really great way of marketing the game. You could do a cutscene like a guy in a hazmat suit getting dragged by one of the monsters to introduce the monsters to the players. That's an interesting idea. I could consider that for sure. Alright, we're gonna lower this. 0.015. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so we're gonna bevel this. 0. Definitely not 0.5. Do I want to make it 2? Fine, we're gonna do 2. Because I've lost all track of optimization. By distance. Okay. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. You could do a pressure file type thing, but instead on a computer, like Lethal Company. Yeah, I was actually figuring of doing something like the Lethal Company computer. I haven't, again, this is one of those things, I just haven't played Lethal Company. I probably should, but I just haven't. But I do know about these things. I may not play the games, but I do watch people play the games. I am not the one being terrified. Maybe for Halloween, though, I'd be open to doing a stream where you guys can watch how terrified I get playing video games, despite my occupation making video games. Will this have any Lobotomy Corporation type stuff, or do you have any references, or have you played it? I have not played it. I don't even know what Lobotomy Corporation is. I hear so many times it being referenced, but I've yet to... I can't even tell if it's a game. This is one of those things where I haven't watched anyone play or do anything with it. What are your favorite games that you play? I have like 5 games owned. 2 of them is Portal 1, Portal 2, and then Subnautica 1. I am eagerly awaiting Subnautica 2. This is one of the few games I will download. Minecraft. What else do I have? Oh, I have Lego Batman 2. I'm not ashamed of that one. I own Lego Batman 2. That is a game I own and play sometimes. Let's see, what else do I have? Satisfactory, although I don't play that one as much. It's because I get frustrated, but it'll be fine. Yeah, I can vibe to this, sort of. Actually, maybe I won't. What is going on here? Okay, we're gonna bevel this again. Or not. What? Here we go. 0.01, 1.5. How is the game going to be optimized with high poly assets? Well, it is a single player game. After all, I'm not too worried about losing lots of optimization. However, I do have some tricks up my sleeve. Oh, wait, I forgot to mention, one of my favorite top games is Control. I love Control. It looks beautiful. And it really has inspired me to do some stuff. Like, a lot of the art style of Biohazard is partially inspired by Control. Okay, this isn't normal with cameras, but we're doing it because it looks cool, and it doesn't have to make sense. Will this have console support? My fault if you've answered before, because I lost the message. Never mind. Yes, there's going to be console support. I'm going to add mobile and console support. There's going to be multiplayer and single player. That's going to be up to the player. So to put it simply, it's an SCP management game for the... I'm assuming you're talking about the Umbrella... Whatever. No, not the Umbrella. The Lobotomy Corporation thing. It's an SCP management game where you manage your workers to take care of the SCPs, as they call it that. It's simple and easy the first few days, but you get one new SCP. Let's continue. What use are these security cameras going to be? Well, for now, it's just going to be props, but I do have some plan with functionality, because I am a big believer in, like, if you see it, you should be able to interact with it. So, likely you're going to be able to interact with it using, like, computer consoles and stuff. That's the likelihood. Alright, now we have some shape to this. Now we can actually focus on getting this done. Yes. Yes. Rise, my creation. Oh, actually, wait, that's an excellent idea. Letting people spectate when they're dead. I like that. I like that a lot. Sorry, Calypsius, for not being able to see the rest of the stream. It's going to be this is being uploaded, so if you want to see the rest of the modeling, that's going to be up on my channel later. Have a good day. All right, back to the modeling. 0.015. I've learned from my mistakes. See, I'm able to grow as a developer. I learned from my mistakes of using the wrong decimals. We're gonna move this down a bit lower because I think I've decided that I need this to look more stable. So we're gonna move you down a bit. And we're gonna move the whole thing closer again. Maybe I should do a disappearing act like Danny Devs and disappear. How do I stay motivated for such a big project? Well, it's because I know I have the skills for it. I know that many people are going to appreciate it. I feel like I kind of owe it as well to get it done. Like, I feel like this is a project I know that can be done and should be done for everybody to be able to play. And that's kind of what helps motivate me, at least, is being able to say, yes, I made this, me. Even if it doesn't work out. I'm just yapping at this point. I'm trying to find things to say and I don't know what I'm saying. Oh my god, the topography of this model is getting slowly pretty bad, but we're gonna make it through. We're gonna make it through. The biggest problem right now is this thing. This thing needs to be pushed back. Not that far back. I still haven't learned from my mistakes. Alright. Yeah, I can vibe to this. A little stubby, but I can live with this. Wait, let's pull up a rig. I might have made it too small. Chat, I think I made it too small. I'm starting to notice a problem here. Mini camera. Okay, first things, we're just gonna scale everything up a bit. Actually, no, that worked out perfectly. I might just keep it like that. Whoop. Tiny little thing I can optimize. Tiny little... If I can reach it. There we go. Now, I should be able... We're gonna fix this, chat. We're gonna fix this. Nobody's gonna mock this camera for being tiny. I like that. It stays. Let's grab the Y. What the? I just want these vertices. Give me these vertices. I am deathly ill. Like Cave Johnson. Is there gonna be any friendly NPCs, I can English, that sell you stuff like Sebastian from Pressure or Jeff Shop from Doors? As of the moment, I have 0 plans. I don't remember the game name, but there was a game where you can hack cameras with your phone as a way to stealth around. For some reason that reminds me of like Roblox's Breaking Point. Breaking Point. Okay, that's it. No more of this model. I'm gonna texture this off camera because we're gonna be here for the rest of the stream if I do it on camera. So for now, we're just gonna put this to the side, pretend like it's nobody's business, and get on with life. Alright, what's next on the list? Something easy. Again, because we're gonna be here all day otherwise. We're gonna do a water cooler. How does that sound? You need a refreshing drink. What do you get? Water. No. Me? Sick with a biohazard? Impossible. It can't. Anyways, let's see. I have reference this time again. I know what I'm doing. I have a style. I looked up reference. I did my research. I'm prepared. I haven't played Watch Dogs. I wouldn't know. Hey Art, to make sure people who are dead can't just sit back and relax, they can move from cameras and make loud. Yeah, I can move with that functionality. The HEV suit. We need something iconic like the HEV suit. That'll be interesting. There's already a few iconic stuff, like, I'm not gonna zoom in, but this was teased, I think, to exclusive a long while ago. A little, device, as we're gonna call it, and some other things in the background here that you might not have already seen, but oh well. Onto the water cooler. Okay, this time I'm gonna use the rig because otherwise I'm gonna mess this up. Alright. Watch me. First try. Not even gonna delete stuff. We're gonna make this negative 2.6. Or is it 2.3? Negative 2.3. And then we're gonna make this roughly yay high. You must be yay high to enter the facility and fight the anomalies. 1.25. First try, chat. Watch me. I'm guessing the water cooler is going to be like a sprint refresher. No, it's just going to be a prop that when you like press a button, it'll make some water and you can get a refreshing drink. Just no absolute purpose other than to be a part of the game. Fine, I'm going to keep the bottom just in case I might need it. Actually, yeah, I'm going to raise it up a bit. Wee tiny peg thing. Little stub for it to stand. Not that little. Maybe 0.1 will do the trick. There we go. Negative 0.5. Negative 0.5. Yeah, that's good. Alright, we're going to add this to every corner. So, like so. Ain't that incredible? I've made a box. Look at this creation. I always wondered what the baby cameras looked like to scale. Is there anything interesting to read in chat? Nope. Back to the modeling. I've deemed your conversations pointless and boring. You shall suffer the consequences of me ignoring you. .05 again. That there we go. There we go. And then bevel it. Because everything needs to be beveled. Perfection. See, I'm already like halfway there for sure. Alright, for detailing, we're gonna indent this. Yes, it's beautiful. Evil water cooler. I would never. Will there be game jams, like Roblox game jams? Are you referring to game jam competitions where you have to make a game within a certain amount of time? Because I've done those. I've done one official Roblox one called, I don't even remember. It's called Countdown on Roblox. You can technically play that right now. It's not the best of quality because it was made in only 3 days, but it is of A quality. So technically, you're able to... Oh my gosh, my dog is dying in the background. Are you alright? Uh-huh. Don't chew on hairs. Okay. But he's fine. The dog lived. I'm afraid... I have to tell you, the dog lived. Everything's alright. Everything's alright. Everything's alright. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Alright, we're gonna do this one model, and then I'm gonna do Q&A for a bit, and then I'm gonna close off the stream because I just don't know. I feel like I have some ideas, but I feel like I have to think about it first. I don't want to just make it up as I go along like I have been for the rest of this entire game. I mean, I would never do that. That water cooler looks like an arcade machine. Oh, we don't talk about it. It'll be fine. Here, watch. We'll do the water cooler top now, just because I am speed and I can do it. 0.1, and then we're gonna bevel the whole thing up here. 0.025, 1. Okay, we're actually gonna move that down a bit. Negative 0.05. Get rid of that. Because I don't need it. Make you small. Close enough. How dare you call it an arcade machine? You'll suffer the consequences of making fun of Biohazard. I'm gonna speed run this, and you'll see. Or can't watch the live stream and model at the same time. I don't have a second monitor, and I'm not minimizing my screens. You can't make fun of me for that. The speech to chat, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to experiment with that API just yet. And plus, that's more of a multiplayer sort of thing right now, and I'm not focusing on that right now. The game is being made for multiplayer, but it's just, I want to focus on the game being functional first before experimenting with new API. How dare you call it a an arcade machine? I still can't believe you, chat. I'm never gonna forgive you for this. Every time you think that I will forget this, I'll bring it up. And you will remember what you did to me today. What do you mean you have 3 water monitors? I mean, oh my gosh, I can't English. What do you mean you have 3 monitor screens? Water monitors. A gumball. No! You can't do this. You can't do this to me. This is bullying. I'll report this. Oh my god. No. Everyone's gonna make fun of me now. Nobody's gonna take me seriously. Nobody at all. I can't English. Yeah. No, stop it. It's not a popcorn machine. It's not a vending machine. Jug's too skinny. Oh, it's not a... How is it a claw machine? You're just making fun of me now. It's not a claw machine. This is bullying. I'll have you know. That does not look good. What the heck? Okay. Yeah, let's do some corrections. There we go. 1.1. 1.1. Ah, that is better. Life is good. Okay, time to fix everything. I don't want to hear any more complaints that it's too skinny. That qualifies as a big water jug in my book. I don't want to hear it anymore. Welcome back. What do you mean it's too tall now? This is the player. This is of average height. You're just gaslighting me. The only thing I have a criticism with now is the actual base of this. You can't gaslight me anymore. No, but it looks fat if I do anything else. 1.05. You're ruining this for me. Yeah, somehow in a game about somehow in a horror game, in regards to you surviving in an office, we've gotten to making water coolers. Good job. I'm glad we're really innovating here. I'm glad that we're doing things differently here with Biohazard, and that we aren't going to be criticized for our games. I'm definitely not going to be made fun of for this. Nobody would dare make fun of me for this. 8.5. I think you should make an animation of getting water for your health bars to stay alive. I'll make an animation for it for sure. I don't know if I'm gonna make it increase your health. It's literally just water. The human body is made of 60% water. I think that's a little bit generous. We're gonna hit you with a microwave and see if we can't get that down to 20-30%. Do you already have smoke alarms? No. We don't think of the fire hazards in this office complex. There are no smoke alarms, although maybe I could add one. I think it would be fitting to add a lot of hazards, such as the fire hazards, when a game of having hazard is in the name. That is a valid concern. I should now consider adding smoke alarms. You're banned, Mr. Checkerboard. No more arcade machine comments. Any anomalies? Yes. If you splash the water on the entities, they'll burn as if they were holy water. No, but maybe I'll model the holy hand grenade. Just maybe. Or maybe I won't. You'll never know. .075. This looks so stupid. The future is now. I'm really innovating on my skills as a modeler. It's a water cooler. I don't know what I was expecting. Is there gonna be weapons? I'm afraid to tell you no. Well, not any real weapons. There has been considerations for pretend weapons, as in, like, the funny device in the background. But, no guns, none of that stuff. No stabbing each other with knives. You're welcome to make suggestions. I really don't care if you send out suggestions. I'll, like, read them all, and I'll respond to as many as I can get to. Let's see. Can I please whack an entity with a pool noodle? You're welcome to try, buddy. You're welcome to try. I'm sure it won't end poorly. Alright, here's what I'm thinking. Best part of the water cooler is when I put a brand name on it. So we're just gonna make a little indent here. It looks a little funny right now, but it'll work out. Trust in the process. So we're gonna grab the coordinate here. Man, this is some bad topology, but we'll live with it. We're gonna indent it. 0.01, just like that. And then we'll bevel this. Isn't it incredible? I've already said we're gonna bevel something like 20 times in the stream, and guess what? We're beveling stuff again. So 0.025, make sure we get rid of the extra vertices because we love saving on optimization. And then, moment of truth, we make the thing smaller. Bet you weren't expecting that. And now, when we texture this, because we are going to texture this, we're not going to texture the camera, but we're going to texture the water cooler of all things. Can the entity open doors? Because if not, I'm going to troll my friend. Well, that, we'll see. The entity so far is capable of opening doors. Is sub 45 even possible on Countdown? I'm afraid to say I don't know. I just guessed with that number. It's like the perfect number because it seems like it's in reach, but it's not. So I don't know if a sub 45 run on the game I made Countdown is possible. You're right. This water cooler has no buttons. It has nothing. So why don't we make some? Starting with this right here. This is some pretty disgusting Oh my gosh. Negative 0.4. Is that better? No. Go back, go back. That was disgusting. Never again. Okay. I just wanted to grab this number. I thought I could make it cleaner, but turns out I'm incapable. So, we're just not going to talk about it. 90. The brand name should be Cool Water with Sunglasses. We're not talking about the claw machine. There is no claw machine. You're delusional, chat. You believe in fairy tales like claw machines. Those aren't real. You've been lied to. Here we go. Look, I'm doing stuff, alright? That's what's important. What's important is I'm doing stuff. You know what? If the second devlog hits 100,000 views, I'm going to make the claw machine. If the next devlog video gets 100,000 views, I will make the arcade machine. So that's your challenge. All 53 of you in this stream has to go and get 100,000 people in the next video, or you're not getting your claw machine. No claw machine. Got that? If you want your claw machine, you have to earn it. You're not putting... No, you're not getting that. I don't believe it. You're not getting your claw machine. Yeah, you have 100,000 alternate accounts ready. 100,000. All right, calm down. We'll live. All right, no claw machine for today. No claw machine for today. We got to get back to modeling. How else are we supposed to have our water coolers inside of the game otherwise? Negative 0.1. There we go. Never mind. Alright, 0.8. Extrude. 0.05. In the wrong direction. Make it smaller. Like 0.7 smaller. And then make a little spigot thing. I don't even know what to call them. 0.7. Yeah, we're gonna stick with 0.7. You're not getting 2 billion views. You're not. That water cooler is unachievable. I mean the arcade machine. I really can't today. What is going on? I'm not going to be able to finish a game if I can't speak like this. How am I going to voice act if I'm stuttering and saying the wrong lines? This is honestly a bit embarrassing. Almost as embarrassing as setting that all the way up there. You didn't see that, chat. I am an instrument of precise measurements. I never make a mistake. Just watch me. It is so quiet. Maybe one day I'm gonna have to get a guest to join me on these streams. Stop. No, it's not an arcade machine. How do I stay motivated? I stay motivated by by getting you guys to watch my videos and make fun of me. But no, mainly it's in trying, like, knowing that I'm able to get this game done. Like, just trying to get it done is motivating. To see, like, the progress come together. Okay, am I really gonna put in the effort to make a little lever on top of the handle? Is that really worthwhile? I don't think so. But just for you, chat. What would be in the prizes, of course. Little plushy prizes that you could keep. But you're not getting the claw machine, so no for no plushies. You're never getting your Dave plushie. You'll never achieve it. So don't worry about it. Alright, we're gonna go the lazy route, and I'm gonna, if anybody asks me, it's because of optimization, okay? If anybody asks, it's optimization. I can't with this water cooler anymore. So, this will just be colored differently. Alright, I already have a mesh, so you know what? I don't even need to have this on for right now. I already have a mesh that I can import it. Is it worth to add the thing that makes water machines work? I'm not adding the inner machinations of a water machine. You're not getting your water machine interior. I'm not making Biohazard within an arcade machine. You'll get your claw machine, but you're not getting an arcade machine. If you get 100,000 views on the next video. Add the baby camera plush. Baby camera plush, real? Is it really happening? That would be incredible. Alright, we have to add detail here, so we're just gonna do some fancy tricks. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna grab all of these vertices here, and we're gonna move them closer, like so. And then, I'm gonna grab one of these, and move it closer, like so. Make sure we extrude the sides, that way we don't have anything clipping out. Instant detail, instant depth. I'm a genius. Thanks, Frederick's Oil and Company. What a name. Hey Ark, players around the room should be able to pick random tools to defend themselves. Well, the thing is, it's kind of hard to defend yourself from most biological hazards that if you touch them, you're contaminated. I mean... Oh, wow. when you think you won a prize from the claw machine, but instead a 9-foot seeker pops out of the prize vent. Yeah, I saw some... Actually, wait a minute. Is that you, Decrypt? Yes. It might be. I've seen some amazing Seeker fan art that makes me want to do some redesign changes so that I can really live up to the art. Alright, here, we're just going to add a handle and call it a day, and we're going to texture this, and we're going to call it end of this... I'll do a Q&A. Just for you guys, I'll do a Q&A. But beyond that, I want to be free. So, we're going to do this. Do not that. Ignore that. There we go. Move it to the side, 0.35. Move it up a bit. 0.25. Now, whatever, 0.3. And then start extruding. 0.15. 0.1. And then, yay, about so. I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. And then, I finally got the bridge edge loops thing. So you guys who made fun of me in the last devlog can make fun of me no more. And I immediately mess it up. Listen, it's okay. What if the whole office is just actually just in a... No, we're not continuing the claw machine conspiracy. It's not real, you're delusional. The world isn't made up of claw machines. It was just that... It's just a water cooler, okay? It's not too complicated. So we're going to finish the handle, and then we're going to continue with the texturing, and everything's going to be fine. We're going to finish it up, and then I'll just cut off the stream. We'll do final Q&A, and then we'll be done for then. Alright, you're going to hear some background noises, but I'm sure it'll be fine. We're going to continue with the water cooler, then we're going to texture it, and we'll import it, and you know what? Yeah, we're going to import everything so you guys can see what that looks like in Studio with the lighting, but beyond that, we'll end with Q&A. And it'll all be good. It'll be alright. Let's see... Bevel the handle, because the only thing we do is bevel stuff around here. Thus begins the background noise. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Alright, you know what, that qualifies as good enough, right? I'll just, put this a little bit closer, and, yeah, that qualifies as a handle, so we're just gonna go on with the modeling. What's the handle for? Oh, just detail. It's just detail. Realism. Exactly. He gets it. Anyways, let's look at... Oh no. Recalculate outside. Recalculate outside. See? Instant fix. Instant fix. What did I say? Let's get texturing. This is a big texture. We're gonna split this up. Starting, this is going to be a separate model because I need that to be a separate material, and this can be one material. It'll be fine. Alright, let's get going. UV editing. Smart UV unwrap. You can get smaller than that. That's slightly more tolerable. Whatever. 0.02 is going to be the way to go for now. Oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. What about the bright red in the back? I don't know what you're on about. It's a Entity 384, the claw machine. We're not making a claw machine. It's... I'm not, but it is a water cooler. What are you on about? Whoopsie, we're not going to the shading tab. Alright, get rid of that. Move the stroke back to line. Increase, decrease size. Get rid of saturation. Same thing with this. And now, make a new material. Call it water cooler. Make a new image. call it water cooler base. And we're gonna apply the texture to the material. So water cooler base. And it's gonna be a pretty sterile white, I think. Yeah. So this stuff will be a bit darker. Yes. Yes, this is good. Alright, this will be darker. And we'll make all of this really dark. See, it's just like Kronk. It's all coming together. No, not mini games. We're not starting this. This isn't pressure. This is not pressure. Is there a video in the works? There is, in fact, a the second devlog's in the works. I considered making another video prior, but I've decided against it. We're just gonna get this one done first, and it'll all be all right. So first this, then everything else. And who knows? I'm gonna start putting out videos not so far in between. Have maybe an actually coherent upload schedule. No, it can't. We're not going to think about minigames. We're going to be normal, civilized human beings trying to escape an office complex with a water cooler. Let's not forget the water cooler. See, look, we finally made it. It took us a bit, but we finally made the water cooler. Just like the camera. It just took a bit of designing and effort, and mostly me. I need that for my ego. Next stream though, I think like it'll be all more important stuff. We'll do probably like more anomaly stuff and more of the actual content. Who knows? Maybe I'll actually do a scripting session as well. That might be it. Would you guys be interested in actual scripting? And what the programming aspect looks. As to when I'm gonna start the Q&A, that'll be as soon as this is over, as soon as this model is over, which should be relatively soon. It's a water cooler. There isn't much to be had. I just have to add a bunch of lines, and then I'm going to texture it, and it'll be fine. Alright, let's check chat yet again. You should leak the source code. It would be really funny. Not for me. It would not be funny for me to leak the source code. There's a few things I'm fine showing you, but I'm not leaking stuff like the procedural generator. You're not ready for it. Plus, there's also some stuff that I want to keep hidden so you guys don't see. You'll be fine. You'll get over it. You don't need to see every little aspect of the development process. I think I'm showing a generous amount. I'm modeling right in front of you right now. I bet Pressure and Doors didn't live stream their game process right in front of their audience. Probably one of the reasons that this game isn't going to blow up is because I already showed everyone what it looks like. Where's the gameplay? It's just modeling right now. We'll get in studio after we do this. I want to get the model. We need models if we want to make a game, though. You want gameplay? You need models. We'll worry about that at the end. Yeah, have I ever? No, I've never heard of a developer named Octic. Never have. Although I don't know many people at all, so that could be a reason why. Yeah, there is a bunch of people better than me. Where will the water cooler be used? Just general. Again, it's all part of the stuff that helps me decorate the environment so that there's stuff to look at. Otherwise, it's going to be empty. Somebody's got to do it. I mean, it would be spectacular if somebody else could model. Though, I mean, there probably is, but I just don't trust people. I'm, again, big believer in the do-it-yourself. We're getting close, though. We're getting close. Just a few hundred more lines to go as I outline the entire model. There's probably a way to automate this, but I don't care. It's fun. My definition of fun. Any tips to being a popular YouTuber? I have no clue. I just uploaded a video. Mimic idea is pretty nifty. I don't know if that truly fits with the current mannequin thing, but yeah, I like the idea. There's some consideration there. Do what Garden of Band, oh boy. And import every model and individually credit every single one. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Garden of Band. Is the Q&A live or a video? You know what? I'm gonna do the Q&A live on my server. So everybody who's in the Discord server waiting for their role, I'll roll them, and we're gonna have a live Q&A. Does your main menu system work if you're not in the same server? I have created a main menu system before that has messaging service. Well, depending. Okay, imagine if for some reason I'm like Doors, and my game blows up. I get 100,000 people in my game. Could you imagine having 100,000 servers to sort through? Number two, I'm gonna have to imagine that's probably not good for the server load to be using messaging service like all over the place and send to different servers. I think it'll be fine though. No, so to answer your question, yeah, I guess it's local. I don't have a problem with it personally. I don't think it's gonna be that much of an issue to try and invite people across servers. I've been recording vids here. Here's what I do. I have a loud voice. Don't sound like you have What? A coherent sentence, please. I would like one coherent sentence. Okay, back to the modeling while you find a coherent sentence. Alright, we're gonna get the slightly darker now. Good. Excellent. In mere moments, this water cooler will be fully operational. Adios. Goodbye, claw machine sounds. What is the outlining for? It's just stylization. Like, it adds, it helps give, like, shape to it, as opposed to everything was flat. But I have to get here now. Alright, let's see. A digital hazard. I actually haven't considered too many digital hazards. I don't play Fortnite. I played Fortnite for like... I was like most people, and I only played Fortnite for a few seasons before it died. But it is what it is. I knew it was going to eventually die out, since no game stays on top forever. Even Lethal Company is dying out. There isn't too much relevancy with Lethal Company now. There's still people that make videos. It's just like, it's an okay game concept in the end. It's fun because it was unique in the sense that it was like doing what no other games had done before. But in the end, it's the same game loop of you go into some dangerous place, collect some garbage, and then try and bring it back out the way you came. Nothing else changes about that. What do you think of Pillar Chase 2 on Roblox? I've never played Pillar Chase 2. Yeah, it's just Lethal Company didn't evolve. It didn't go any further. And maybe it's for the best it stayed like that, so that way it still is what it was, but it's just like, there's nothing new with it. Again, I haven't played Lethal Company personally, but I have seen people play. And it looked interesting. It's just not interesting enough for me to do a rare thing and download it. I rarely download games. Oh boy, and to think I was going to make a Steam game before Biohazard. I still am, technically. Like, after Biohazard, I'm going to work on it, but I had plans in the works for a Steam game, which did take, like, inspiration from Lethal Company, and was going to do, like, okay, it was inspiration in the sense of, like, horror and having fun with friends, but beyond that, like, it was going to jump on the trend of Lethal Company style games. But anyways, nope, decided, you know what, I'm gonna stick with the Roblox development, see where that takes me. Lo and behold, 70,000 views on my first, like, Roblox devlog video. In your face, Roblox devlog niche. And here I am streaming before 50 people. I'll live with that number. That's okay. That's okay. It's a start. I'm humble. How do I outline? I'm using the basic brush, and I changed the stroke to line, and you just change the color and apply it onto the texture. You can find tutorials for this stuff. It's not too hard to find tutorials for. Yeah, there was a good tutorial I saw for it, but it doesn't matter. We're just going to do this bit of texturing until we're done, and when we're done, we're going to apply the grit texturing, and then we'll import everything to Studio, and we'll be able to see what it looks like. And then I'll take a Q&A live. That's what we're going to do, is I'm going to have a Q&A live then after this. And that'll be in my Discord, for those wondering. That is the consensus I've come to. Any questions to answer? What do you mean I just resize it in Studio? What? Am I a solo dev? Yes, I am. I make everything myself. I do all the animations myself. I make all the scripting myself. I do all the modeling myself. I'm doing what you might say is collecting the infinity stones of Roblox development. The only ones I haven't collected are are the GFX and VFX stones for making graphic art and for making particles and stuff. VFX, virtual effects. Everything else I've collected in some shape or form. Alright, home stretch. Only a few dozen more lines to go as my voice starts to die. We're almost gonna hit the 2-hour mark on this stream. Okay. Are you gonna make a video on this live stream? No, I don't think so. I'll include some stuff in the devlog, but nothing I'm going to really make a highlights video about. What programs do I use to make this game other than Roblox Studios? I use what is it called? I can't even... Audacity for audio, like voice effects and sound effects and such. I use Sketchpad for my online art browser for when I need to add text to stuff. And then yeah, just Roblox Studios and Blender for modeling. Nothing special. Alright, I'm starting to get bored. Maybe it's time I do that live Q&A and invite all of you clowns to hop in. Alright, so we're going to texture this, and we'll do the live Q&A, and we'll call it a day. Well, the stream's going to end for the Q&A, but the actual content will continue on my Discord, and you're all welcome to join in, ask me questions, and I will answer them for like a solid 15 minutes. Maybe 10. Who knows? I've already answered quite a few questions here on stream, but I want to give everybody else who's joining late a chance. Do I like cheese? Yeah. Am I gonna hire another developer in the future? I'm not gonna hire a developer to finish Biohazard, but I do plan to hire a development team to continue Biohazard after I release it. So, because I want to make sure that it preserves my vision for the game, and that starts with like with finishing the game, so they know what the game is like, how I intended it to be. If I have to make compromise, it's decisions I made and not some development team. So yeah, I do intend to eventually hire, and after Biohazard, I'm hoping that it's going to generate the revenue to make me be able to go seriously full dev on this, and that would allow me to make a bunch more game projects that you guys can participate in, and start like building a studio off of it, making more games, more projects, etc. Will we have to join the stage for the Q&A? I'm just going to invite y'all, like, for the people who want to talk. If not, I'm going to be taking your text chat questions. I'll make like a little channel for it or something. Alright, yeah, we're gonna start doing the final stuff now. We're gonna add my grit textures that I like to add like this. So first we're gonna apply it to everything. It's gonna be a flat texture like so. And now we start fine detailing. Okay, almost there. Hold tight. Oh, I didn't texture the pegs, the bottom of the thing, but we'll live. It's not the end of the world. They're just a little flat. So close. Home stretch. Like, last 5 minutes, I swear. And then I can be free, and you can be free, and then I can be like Danny Devs and disappear for a few months. And you guys won't hear about me. How long did it take me to learn Blender? Do you prefer scripting or modeling? It took me about, I'd say, well, to learn how to really work with Blender, I'd say a week. A week of just like straight up modeling, and then after that it's just practice. Learning how to texture was super quick. Like, it didn't take me long to figure out how to like do this sort of stuff. And this is a pretty basic texture. It's just a water cooler. I'll add labels and stuff later. It'll be fine. This is gonna be good enough. Yep. All right. We're gonna save that. All right then. For those of you who cannot join the Discord for the live Q&A, what do you mean? 50 minutes ago that it would be one last build then Q&A. I'm planning on doing the Q&A live on my server now, because I want to be able to interact with you guys better than just the stream chat. But fine. I guess I did promise that I'd import everything to Studio, so you guys could see what it looks like in Studio, maybe see what I have cooking up. So fine. Let me just export everything, that way we can work with it. So we'll export this and call it water cooler. It's because it's a water cooler. And I need to do some more stuff with the security camera, but we're gonna export it right now as an object so that you guys can see what it looks like in Studio. It'll be fine. I'll fix it up later. Water jug. All right. So let's see. Moment of truth. I'm gonna swap the recording to Studio. Let's see. Roblox Studios. Where are you? Here we go. Surprise! I use light mode. Okay, let's import this in. What do I got? Whatever. We're gonna use this. Do you guys see that? No, you don't. That's fine. So this is the directional sign. If it will load or not. What happened here? That is not the directional sign. If I overwrote the directional sign, I'm gonna cry. No, it's here. Okay, I guess I didn't save it. I did. Did I not export it correctly? Directional sign. Direction. Okay, we're gonna try this again. You didn't see anything, chat. What the heck? It's the same wrong texture. I'll add it in manually. Fine. What? Is it just not? I don't understand. I don't understand. What's wrong with it? Why are you different? I'm so confused. Yeah, I'm gonna keep up with the light mode. You guys made me change it to dark mode last time. It hurt my head. I couldn't. I could not. So we're not doing that. What I cannot comprehend is why when I try and import a texture, it's the wrong one. I give up. I'm gonna die on this hill. We're just gonna go straight to the water cooler. Come on, don't fail me now. Do not fail me now. What the heck is going on here? I don't understand. It's the wrong texture. I never had this happen before. I don't understand what's going on here. This is not the texture it should be. Oh my gosh, it's because it has surface appearance. I'm an idiot. Ta-da! I told you I could do it. Don't clown on me. Do not clown on me. It was just a simple mistake, even if I couldn't figure it out. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I figured it out. Are the buttons for the water cooler even coded like red hot, blue, cold? I don't know. I haven't used an actual water cooler in a long time, but I can add the button things. So let's do that now. Water cooler. Now that I've figured this out, I've figured out what was wrong. I don't know why it was... Okay, well, I do know why, but it was a very weird thing. Now we're gonna move this. Right. Or not. We're gonna move this. Oh, whatever. Don't tell anybody that you saw me using this increment. This is a one-time thing only. None of you saw me do this. Yep, I'll die on this hill. This is fine. I need to make adjustments, but it'll be fine. Oh my gosh. This is whatever. I'll fix it later. When you guys play the finished game, it'll be fixed. What did I think of Piggy the Decay? You were hating on Piggy in the first devlog. That's because I played the original Piggy pretty thoroughly and agreed that it was the same concept overdone. Maybe they changed it, and I admitted at the beginning of this video, of this stream, that I haven't actually played the newest version of Piggy. Maybe I'll live stream that on Halloween. But I think you can agree it can be better. At least the original Piggy could have and should have been better, especially considering the amount of undue attention it got. It got, like, front page on everything. It was the biggest game on Roblox at the time, and I felt like it didn't deserve that. Maybe they have changed it. When will the game release? Full release sometime in January, January, February 2025, and then early access is planned for this December. Okay, fine. We're gonna import the security camera, and then we're done. We're done here. I can live my life. No texture, nothing, but at least, ta-da. You can already imagine the spying. I'm gonna watch all of you play the game live. You're not safe. I will watch your progress and laugh at you. I'm gonna post up pictures of the people who fail the tutorial, if there is one. I still haven't decided. Okay, you have 3 minutes to make the best questions you can. I'm gonna watch the chat live, and I'm shutting down the stream. 3 minutes to make all of the questions you want, and I will answer the most I can. Every single question, unless it's goofy. Will I play Brawl Stars with you? No. How do you organize your scripts? I'm not saying the hard R. One update for Countdown. When a sub 45 run is submitted, so I doubt it. As for the script question, I really don't care. I usually organize it like this. Like, I'll put services at the top, local stuff, variables in the center, and then functions at the bottom. And then I'll add all the functionality and stuff. So that's how that works. Alright. Back on the questions. Opinions on murder drones. Never watched it. Wouldn't be able to tell you. The arachnomorph idea. I thought it was interesting. It's just I don't know how I'd go about it yet. I'd have to give it more thought. Why am I using light mode? Because I'm used to it. I've done it for 4 years. You can't change me. Will I play Clash Royale with you? No, because they arena locked me after an update a long time ago, and I'm not playing that game again. They arena locked me because I was too high for my trophy level, and they wanted me to actually pay money to upgrade my cards so that I'd be able to unlock the arena I'm at. So no, I'm not playing that. No folders. I actually do organize with some folders, but I just don't have enough scripts for all the folders. So for now, no. Terrifier Trilogy. Never watched it. I don't even know. I haven't even heard of it until of yesterday. That's ironic timing. Will there be a broken down place kind of like Portal 2 Old Aperture? If not, do you not? If you don't know 1970s style lab, I'm not going to comment on that question, Frederick. I'm afraid not. I have played Portal 2 to death, and I love that section, but I'm not going to tell you if there is or not going to be. You're just going to have to wait until a devlog if I reveal that, or if I decide to surprise you in game. What happens to the player when the player dies in game? Right now, they just respawn, but I do have some planned functionality as to making a biohazard themed death, similar to Doors and Pressure. Favorite non-Roblox game? Control. I love Control. Beautiful game. Absolutely beautiful. Will I add entities from the Discord community project? I might consider that. There's some good concepts on that. What is the answer to life? Crap, what was the answer? It was, I think, 42. I'm not looking that up. It was 42. What kind of player versus biohazard interactions will be in the game? Mostly stealth, trying to avoid the enemy, if not like trying to make a mad dash to escape an entity, trying to outsmart it as it's trying to outsmart you. It's a game of intelligence and how you want to play this, not simply like shoot it until it dies. Fortnite 2.1. I'm afraid I can't tell you that. That's classified. Will I add entities from the Discord community project? I've answered this. I'm considering it. There's some good ones and then some bad ones. Is there going to be a Devlog 3 after Devlog 2? Devlog 2 is planned to be the Devlog that documents my progress up to early access. So that's like my big announcement that, hey, Biohazard is getting close to completion, guys. My next devlog is the final one. So there's going to be 3 devlogs total. The third devlog is going to be the final full release devlog, and it's going to come with an announcement video, like trailer, and then like some other stuff, I don't know, to market the game, and then full release. And I'll probably do a video of like playing with fans. Well, I'll just randomly join games with y'all and play a bit. Have I played the new COD? No, never played COD. Never. You're lucky enough to know that you're lucky that I even know what COD stands for. How long will the game be? I'm planning on adding multiple, like, forms of beating the game. So it can either be as simple as 30 minutes, or it will be as long as, like, 6 hours. Now, keep in mind that this is a game that's also going to be designed so that you can save at different sections. It won't save your death. If you die, it's over. It's a single life game, but you can save if you need to leave the game. I'm going to figure out combat logging later. That's a separate problem. Have I worn wigs? Will I wear wigs? Where will you wear the wigs? No, I don't wear wigs. And, well, I'm not telling you where the wig store is in the game. Guns in the game. I'm afraid not. No guns in the game. I just don't like the ability to shoot the entities in this. Any plans on when the next stream will be? I'm gonna try and keep it pretty soon, but I do have a deadline for my actual part-time job, so I need to finish that as well. Any plans on what the next stream will be about? I'm sorry. It'll be probably scripting-wise, or it's going to be some entity modeling. Will there be any plushies? Only if you get the claw machine, and you have to get 100,000 views on the next devlog for that. Will there be any microtransactions? Only for cosmetics and packs. I'm not doing any, swaggers, do you want it to be over or not? Any microtransactions? There's not going to be any pay to win. You're not going to pay to be able to beat the game any faster or any special items. There will be cosmetic stuff, like, for example, pressures, suits, but there will also be cosmetic DLC packs, which will basically kind of like, you'll be able to make the facility look different. Since it's on a procedural generator, I'll just make different packs for the generation, so you can make the facility look in different styles, if you have a preferred style, etc. Maybe there'll be DLC content. Okay, last 3 questions. I am not answering that question. Do I play chess? Yes, I don't. My elo is pretty low, I think. I don't recall what the elo is. I haven't played in a while. You said the entity will try to outsmart the player. Will it adapt to the tactics? I'm gonna try. I have limited experience. Okay. Will I add Among Us creatures? No. Okay, I'm afraid to say that that's the end of this stream. I'm gonna cut it here, and I'm moving this to the Discord for Q&A. So if you want to continue asking me questions live, you're welcome to join. I'll see y'all soon. Thanks everybody for joining. It's been a great 2 hours of my life. Goodbye.